The Naruto series was mostly about fights, friendships, and epic moments. But even in the harsh world of ninjas, there was a place for romantic relationships. Do you know that Kakashi had a girlfriend?
Can you recall how Ino and Sai fell in love?
Who was Metal Lee's mother? We will tell you everything. Hinata and Naruto. Even I can admit that this couple is adorable. From the very beginning of the anime, Hinata shows her interest in Naruto. In the flashbacks, we see that Hinata was being bullied by a bunch of kids when Naruto stepped in and defended her, getting beat up in the process.
In that moment, Hinata began to admire Naruto, who was the first person to treat her nicely. Naruto's red scarf also got torn, so years later in the last Naruto the movie, Hinata knits a new red scarf for him.
It was Hinata who was always on Naruto's side, even when the whole village hated him. During Chunin exams, Hinata, inspired by Naruto, didn't give up until she was unconscious.
And when she was beaten half to death by Neji and mocked for being weak, Naruto swore a blood oath to Hinata that he would beat Neji.
This is one of the most powerful moments between the two of them in Part 1. In Part 2, when Pain destroyed the village and fought Naruto, Hinata tried hard to save Naruto, even though she could do little to fend Pain off.
She was ready to sacrifice her life for Naruto without any regrets, and confessed her love for him.
Hinata shielded Naruto with her own body during the war once again, but that time it was Neji who sacrificed his life for Hinata.
It's one of the saddest moments in the anime.
Naruto realizes his romantic feelings for Hinata in the last Naruto the movie. Their love story is really beautiful, despite the fact that Naruto had a massive crush on Sakura for years. Kakashi and Kaio. If you are wondering who Kaio is, we don't blame you. Kakashi has shown very little interest, both in women and men. Many fans believe he is simply asexual.
Still, in the filler episodes of Naruto Shippuden, Kakashi met a woman named Hanari, who turned out to be a spy from Hidden Lock.
Hanari quickly developed feelings for Kakashi, but he only flirted with her to manipulate her and save Konoha.
Come on, they shared a kiss. It's a lot for an anime like Naruto.
Obviously, their kiss was something Kakashi used in order to use his Sharingan on her. Even if it took him by surprise, he was definitely more focused on reading Hanari's mind than on kissing her. Moving back to Kaio, she's never appeared in either the anime or the manga. Kakashi and Kaio meet in the novel Kakashi Hiden, which explores a snippet of Kakashi's life that involves Kaio taking a ship hostage in a misguided attempt at vengeance. While going through the events of the book, Kaio and Kakashi become more and more attached to each other. The last line of the novel says springtime is around the corner, which in Japanese culture is often a sign of blossoming love. Naruto's author, Masashi Kishimoto, only illustrated Hiden novels, so we can't be sure that Kakashi and Kaio are canon.
Hiden novels are considered canon though, so we have every right to consider these two a couple.
Well, Kishimoto did draw an illustration for the novel, so Kakashi and Kaio probably have his blessing. Choji and Karui. Karui is a Chunin from Hidden Cloud Village who first appeared as a part of Team Samui. Choji and Karui never interacted in the Naruto series, and the only time fans see these two together before Chocho's birth is in the last Naruto the movie in a cameo appearance.
They unexpectedly walked around Konoha together, and it was a big surprise for fans to see them.
Their relationship came out of nowhere, and the reason why Choji and Karui were made into a couple is still unclear. Obviously, Masashi Kishimoto wanted to form the next generation of Ino Chikashu.
Kishimoto probably didn't want to choose Choji's girlfriend from the main cast, but wanted her to be from the same age group.
It's a shame we didn't see a buildup of feelings between these two during the Fourth Shinobi World War.
Well, in Sakura Hiden, Ino told Sakura that Choji is interested in Karui and often finds excuses to travel to Hidden Cloud Village.
Rock Lee. When Boruto was announced, fans wondered who would be Rock Lee's wife. Now we know that Lee has a son named Metal Lee. Fans thought that his eyes were very similar to TenTen's.
Many fans believe that Rock Lee and TenTen were married because they were pretty close in Naruto.
However, the creators confirmed that despite Rock and TenTen being close, Metal's mom was someone else.
This upset many fans, as there wasn't a single reason not to make Rock Lee and TenTen a couple. I hope to see them together after the Naruto series.
One can still find many theories on the internet about the nature of their relationship, and many believe that the two ninjas loved each other.
TenTen always cared for Rock Lee and wanted to be like him because she liked his ninja ways and that he worked hard.
On the other hand, TenTen could still love Neji, whose tragic death shocked all of us. If she secretly loved Neji, her heart might have been way too broken to ever love anyone again.
Probably, if Neji had survived the 4th Ninja War, he and TenTen would have gotten married. They would have been such a wonderful couple.
Sai and Ino. This is probably one of the oddest Naruto couples, as their relationship started on a weird note. Ino was in love with Sasuke throughout the Naruto series, so her sudden feelings for Sai were pretty unexpected.
Plus, Sai was introduced as a character with no emotions and feelings whatsoever. He didn't know what beauty was, so he called Ino ugly.
Some say that Ino had a crush on Sai, only because he resembled Sasuke. Not the best foundation for a healthy relationship, is it?
But something special happened between them. Do you remember that?
Yes, during the fight with Kakuzu, Team 7 arrived as backup, and Sai stood in front of Ino to protect her. Since there aren't many romantic moments in Naruto, this simple action can be seen as proof of Sai's feelings towards Ino.
I think their true feelings became obvious during the Infinite Tsukiyomi.
Ino dreamed of Sasuke and Sai fighting over her, and Sai dreamed of Ino. And we all know how obsessed Ino was with Sasuke. This proves that Ino and Sai had some interactions off screen, and they were pretty close, since Ino saw him in a dream.
Besides, her dream revealed that Ino liked Sai just as much as Sasuke.
Thankfully, Ino forgot about Sasuke and started a relationship with Sai, who turned out to be a much better husband. In chapter 700, they were shown as being married and with a son.
Their love story is very romantic and was described in Hiden novels.
In Shikamaru Hiden novel, it was revealed that Ino lost her crush on Sasuke. When she read a letter that described Sai's tragedies, she wanted to know more about Sai.
And then while on a risky mission, Ino rescued Sai from a dangerous genjutsu, using her mind transfer jutsu on him.
In the next novel, Ino revealed her love for Sai. I wonder if Sai and Ino's relationship is one of the most romantic ones in the Naruto franchise. But then there is Shikamaru and Temari.
Oh, this is my favorite couple, Mr. Scoffer.
I don't blame you, Mr. Fullylover, because Shikamaru and Temari are one of the brightest couples of Naruto. Their relationship started to develop in Naruto's anime series, when Shikamaru and Temari met for the first time during their Chunin exam. Temari was overconfident and sassy, but then Shikamaru proved that she isn't invincible.
Shikamaru was both very lazy and very smart. He thought that women were too much trouble, but then Temari saved his life.
That's when their rivalry became a friendship.
And later, after spending lots of time together, they fell in love in Hiden novels.
In Shikamaru Hiden, Shikamaru asks Temari on a date, to which she responds with his catchphrase, "How troublesome," and accepts. Then in Konoha Hiden, Shikamaru asks Temari to help him with a present for Naruto and Hinata's wedding.
Shikamaru wants to give Naruto and Hinata a nice honeymoon, and all these wedding turmoils pave the way for a ton of romantic moments between them.
They later attend Naruto and Hinata's wedding together as a couple, and soon after begin to plan their own wedding. In Boruto, they have a son named Shikadai, who inherited a lot from his father.
Shikamaru and Temari are such a cute couple, with electric chemistry as well.
Sakura and Sasuke. This couple has a lot in common with Naruto and Hinata, with all their unrequited feelings. However, there are a lot of problems between Sakura and Sasuke, starting with Sasuke's betrayal and ending with his attempt to kill Sakura.
Yes, Sasuke was in a very dark place when he found out about Itachi's true motives, but later he changed for good. At the end of the day, Sasuke even apologized for everything he had done.
But was it enough? After the war, Sasuke left Konoha one more time for 2 long years. At the gate, Sakura is shown waiting with Kakashi to send Sasuke off. Sasuke rejects his former teammate again and makes her depressed again.
But he treated Sakura warmly for the very first time, smiling and poking her forehead. It's a big move for Sasuke.
Still, Sasuke stayed away from Konoha for a couple of years, until the events in Sakura Hiden.
In this novel, Sakura is kidnapped, and Sasuke returns to the village to save her. This is so romantic.
The last page of the novel strongly hints at Sasuke's return to the village, as he says, "I'm home, Sakura."
Sasuke wanted to have a family and knew that his home was in Konoha with Sakura.
However, he left the village one more time, when his only child, Sarada, was very young.
But he had a good reason for it and thought about his family the whole time.
And what do you guys think about Sakura and Sasuke's romance? Were they a good couple?
Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Cartoon Junkies.